Hey, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Michigan Pathways. This is your host, John. And real quick, I just want to kind of give you an update on what's going on behind the scenes for us here. So, come June of this year, Spotify Anchor is no longer going to be able to do any kind of recording here on this platform. So, I have to go to Riverside. I have been desperately trying to learn it, and I'm not liking it. It's really hard for me to make that switch and to be able to launch and that type of thing. But I'm going to keep working at it and getting stuff out to you guys. In the meantime, I have kind of put my library over on YouTube because a lot of people are heading over that way. Not really all that comfortable in front of a camera, but trying to do my best. So hopefully on my next backpacking trip, I will be able to do some video from the trail, have it over on YouTube there. So if you're new to all this, I do have a Michigan Pathways YouTube, and I do have the Michigan Pathways Michigan Hiker Facebook page, which is a private group. You just have to ask to come in and that type of thing. So we have a lot of great people that follow me, and I follow them. True North Expedition, I still support everything they do over there, and the awesome trips and different ideas that you can kind of look into and get involved with other people. If you're new to hiking and you're not really sure what you want to do, they've got great platforms and great things to do over there. UGQ, what can I say? Still the greatest quilt that I've ever had at affordable price. I mean, I know there's Enlightenment and there's other places out there that have quilts and such, but UGQ for me, Michigan-based, and they've always helped us out here on the station as well. Tom Funk, can't forget them. Can't forget Alex and Amy Mayer. Well, soon to be. So there's a lot of great people that still support this channel and such like that. So I'm going to try to continue on doing that. So I've had some interesting questions come in, and today I thought we'd kind of go over the 10 essentials. I'm hearing in the background, John, come on. We do this every year. Well, we have new beginners every year, and those new beginners deserve to hear what we kind of put out, okay? So sit back, relax, and we'll go through it. It's going to be a little bit longer tonight than normal, but we will have fun doing it. So with that in mind, sit back, relax, and we'll get the show started. Hey folks, so welcome back here real quick. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of go through the 10 essentials, if you will. And we try to get everybody acquainted with, the big three, the items that we should be carrying. And I know some people are like, well, this is my kind of 10 essentials, and well, this is what I like to carry. And that's okay, folks. We know that everybody has their own kind of thing. But when we all started out, we didn't know better. We did our research, we did our due diligence, if you will, and we followed up on the videos, and we watched Dan Becker, and we watched people out there telling us what we should and shouldn't be carrying. After a while, you kind of got your own, well, this is what I'm going to do, or this is what I'm going to do. So, but there are people that come on here and go, I don't know what to do. And that's what we're here for, folks. We're here to help them get started. Now, backpacking can seem really daunting. Why do I need to carry all this? Why? Everything has a purpose. When we're carrying it, it has a purpose. Sometimes we may not use that purpose, but that purpose is there when the time comes. So we all kind of get kind of discombobulated, if we will, when we're starting off. And where do we begin? Well, with the biggest thing is we want to make sure that we have a destination. We've already kind of researched, and we always said before here, keep it local, folks. If you're able to find a trail close to home or within your state, then you have a great start. Doesn't have to be the Triple Crown, doesn't have to be the Continental, the Pacific, or the Appalachia, or the North Country Trail. It could be a local little trail. It could be, something that you've kind of known about growing up all your life and you kind of like it. So you want to go out further, and that's understandable. We start setting our goals high. Start where you're comfortable. Getting out and trying it. Do an overnight. Do a 5 mile. Do an in and out. Those are always fun. Walk out 5 miles, come back 5 miles. You just did 10 miles. See how you feel. Get a pace down, and then that will start telling you what you can do. But that's also depending on what kind of weight you're carrying. If you're carrying anything at all. But I do recommend have a water bottle, have a small first aid kit, and a bag, and a communication. Have your phone, have something, tell somebody where you're going. If you're just going out just for a quick walk, hey, I'll be back. This is where I'm going. Communication is always a good thing, but we'll cover that as we go. The big three, which we always call it, is our backpack, our tent, and our sleeping system, if we will. So those are always the daunting one. What do I get? As a lot of you know, I have started off with a simple Ozark Trail backpack, 65 liters I bought at Walmart. I still have that bag today, and I still carry it with me out there on the trail. I also have a Mountain Warehouse that I was able to purchase online. I've used that one too as well. I'd love an Osprey. I would wholeheartedly love an Osprey. Is it going to change anything for me? Probably not. But, you start looking at those big name stuff and you go, man, that's really expensive. You don't have to spend a lot of money, folks, to get out there. That will come in time. Trust me with the backpacks. The tent is another one. That is the most scariest one. And what do I carry to get out there? And I went my first year with a 2-person tent from Bass Pro, and it was an Eclipse. I didn't like it. So I went through several different tents and stuff like that, and eventually I got the Marmot Tungsten, and then I bought last year the North Face. Forgot the name of it, but it's a single one. So they both weigh about a pound and a half. Not a big deal. Really still nice to get out, but they were affordable. And you're like, well, North Face, that's like a brand name, John. It is. It is a brand name. And I was able to go to a realtor, a place that sold North Face, and boom, there was a North Face 1-person tent for $150. You couldn't go wrong. That's a halfway decent price, but my Eclipse and such like that, I paid $50 for. I don't have them anymore because they weren't great tents. And I tried out not one, but 3. 3 of them, and nothing worked. So we're getting too far into the tent thing. So sleep system, sleeping pad, quilt, pillows if you like them, and that can be overwhelming too as well. So knowing between your tent and your backpack or your sleep system is what kind of weather you want to get into. So that's something we can get into a lot later on. But those 3 things are definitely ones that you've got to look at. Water filtration. Sawyer is always a great product to start off with. I do recommend the Knock bag, or you'll see it CNOC, CNOC. So it's a Knock Vectu bladder, just a small 1 liter. You can open up the bag in the back. I just got one this year. I've been going for the last 4 years, folks, with Sawyer bags, and it's a pain in the butt to try to fill one of those things. But getting the Knock Vectu is, I paid for I think it was $10, $12 on Amazon. It's a 1 liter one. I don't need, a great big one. So, because I usually carry 2 liters. If I got to fill it up twice, then I fill it up twice, So, that is always, something you want to make sure you're looking at. A knife. Simple knife, folks. We don't need Rambo. We just need a simple little pocket knife just to kind of make sure we've got, what we need to cut things with. Also, a way to start a lighter. So that comes along with your cook system. So your cook system is a cook pot, burner, and a stove. Different people go with different ideas, but a simple one is just the propane that you get at the your local big box stores, and a burner. Because I have a Coleman that I bought from Walmart. I still have it to this day. And then I've got a Stanley that I got at some other place, and it had a burner and a couple other different things in there. But it's, it gets me to boil my water. That you're not here. You like jet boils? Go for it. Expensive as all heck. I just can't afford one. So, and to go along with that, meals, they're important. Sky's the limit, folks. When it comes to nutrition, when you're out on the trails, you want to make sure that you are getting the highest protein. And yes, the salt is going to go, oh my God, no. I can't have that. But a lot of backpackers know that salt is our friend out there, and you'll find out why. Research that one for yourself. First aid is a must. You're not needing a trauma, folks. You don't need a trauma bag. You need something to kind of help you kind of get through. Some moleskin, Leukotape, that type of thing for the blisters, the bruises, the first aid. A couple band-aids, a little bit of gauze if you need, some little bit of tape, So those are little things like that you'll definitely need. Compass and a map. There are hundreds of different ways to get your maps and such like that. You can go to different apps and such like that. North Country Trail still provides maps for you. Any section you're going to, free. So they do provide that as well. So there are other ways of doing that. And also, make sure that you're telling somebody where you're going. That's part of the communication thing. Have a map for yourself, and have a map for, the person that's going to be looking out for you, on the other side. So make sure you've got a map, a destination where you're going. And then local hospitals, local fire, police, what county are you going to that you're going to let someone know where you're at. So that way, and if you have signal, let them know that, hey, I got to my campsite. Everything's great. Or when you leave and you're heading back to your vehicle, hey, I'm leaving. I'll let you know when I get back. So that way you have a form of communication that is there, and somebody knows that you're safe. The other biggest thing is your toiletries. Once again, keep it simple, folks. Just a simple trowel, toilet paper. A lot of places you got to pack it out. Research your area before you do that. I can hear people now going, "What? I got to pack that out? That's just nasty." Yes, we don't want it all just scattered about, folks. Bury that stuff. It's nasty. Toothbrush, cleaning wipes, leave the deodorant at home. Embrace the stink. Embrace the suck. You're going to smell. That's just, that is trail life, folks. So I know I'm kind of missing some things, but go ahead and Google the 10 Essentials. I've got a couple different series on here on the backpacking 10 Essentials. What you need. Everybody's got some kind of form of this is what you should carry. After a while, you're going to kind of break it down to, well, I don't really need this. Well, I don't need that. I never play around with the 10 Essentials. I have to have those all the time. And that's just how I work. Eventually, you could say, hey, I really don't need this. I can find a substitute to carry that's something lighter, something better. That is the goal, folks. Carrying something lighter and something better than I did before. Trust me, a 1 to 2 ounce, lighter and carrying another one as a backup is not going to kill you. Remember, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So if you're able to get away with it and it's not going to compromise your weight, then go ahead and carry it. So I hope that helps you folks out. As I said before, we'll keep things going as normal here as much as we can. I'll update you on the April trip that I have. Haven't made a decision of where I'm going. I do look at one in the fall for Mackinac. So hopefully we can get that one going too as well. But until then, I'll see you guys on the trail, and you guys take care. Bye.